Welcome back, everyone, to the Nexus Gaming Series. We're here in Division B Northeast. Durotan's couch on the left-hand side with Atlas on the Stukov. We're going to be seeing a Fish on that Li Ming. Goliath will be on the Greymane. Wildcard on this Sonya. And Captain Wedge on the Varian. For the right-hand side, we have the members of ReGen Ghost. Little Rock on the Raynor. We're going to have Mongoose on the Joanna. Andrew will be playing Brightwing. Dub is going to be on the Brightwing, onto the Chromie, and we have Zool, played by Aaron. It's a joke that I always make, and I don't think it's that funny, but I will always giggle at it myself, because Key and Peele is just too good of a duo. Anyways, gonna set up in our mid lane here. We are getting into Division B, so we're kind of in the middle of all of our divisions. We did a heroic game to start out our stream. We just closed out of that Division E East game, ReGen Rebel versus Souls in Slow Motion, and now we're getting into Division B Northeast, which I would consider probably the middle of the road when it comes to NGS. Division A, I feel like you really start to get into a lot of very smart micro decisions in the game where you actually know you have a lot more mechanical savviness. I think this is like, I love Division B area because there's just a lot of fluctuating skill, I guess you could say. Like, not everyone's got their own kind of skill sets and like prowess in a sense. It's not like every single person's well versed, and so you get a little bit more of the like comfort pick stuff as well. It's just interesting. I love Division B. It's where I actually started casting NGS. Back in the day with ReGen and Alaska. Those were the two teams that I casted so much of back in the day. Fish is going to get caught out in this top lane as they're just clearing the wave, and that'll be first blood over to the side of ReGen Ghost. An insanely quick pick onto the Li Ming. It felt like she actually just stood there and goes, yeah, this rotation I was too far out and I'm going to go down, unfortunately. But first blood over to the side of that red team as Wildcard and Goliath will work on this camp for bottom lane. We are going to see that Siege Giant camp already grabbed by Raynor and friends. Going to have the Bruiser camp coming in as well through top lane. Casting is a little difficult as we've had a little bit of alcohol, I'm realizing. We've had 2 sips of a gin and soda, and I'm like, oh boy, names are hard. The first game is planned well in advance, so I don't think there's 2 games at the same time. I think there's a game at 1 PDT, and then there's 2 games actually at 2 PDT. So I think, yeah, we will be casting well planned in advance, or planned well in advance, because I think they are that first game, and I don't think there's anything to go against them. As I said, we'll look at the bracket after this best of 3 series, and we can kind of get you all informed as to what the game plan roughly is for tomorrow. I will be casting as much heroes as I possibly can. Like, let's say the first series goes to a best of 3 and it ends like 15 minutes into the next hour. I would literally just sit there and be like, all right, we're jumping into game 2 of whatever next, game we can get into. So it's going to be a lot of non-stop Heroes of Storm action tomorrow. I hope you all come by for that. But we still have a ton of heroes today. We've got this best of 3 and then another best of 3 after that. That'll be our live game, Gilly Shark versus Phoenix Rising Ruby. It's another organization that has 50 million iterations of their own team. A Fish is going to be pushing up top lane a little bit further. Goliath now hanging out as well. Aaron's going to be up here on this Zool, making sure that they're able to push things out and also mitigate the Siege Giant value. A Fish trying to dump in some damage, but it's mostly going to be eaten by the wave itself. Goliath may be being forced away by this Zool with just that Bone Prison. And our second objective of the game will be spawning here in the middle top of the map. Center top of the map. And it is advantage so far for the side of ReGen Ghost, but no potential actual Guard and Tear phase just yet. They'll have to win out this one as well. Just looking at some of the talents right now, as well as the questing talents, and I'm looking at talents for too long. The Zool gets picked off in mid lane. This could be the this could be the advantage the side of Durotan's couch needed to be able to then step in and get their first seed. There is a time trap on the left-hand side from the Chromie, so she is able to scout out how the enemy team's walking in, as well as the fact that the objective phase itself does give vision, so you can see exactly through that time trap as well as the objective. One shield glare did go up from Mongoose, not going to be able to interrupt this again, and that'll be Atlas with the channel. 1-1 in our seeds from both sides, 7 up on both sides, 2-1 in kills. A fairly close early game from both of these teams. We'll see if there's any sort of jump in that experience, or even just a gain in sort of any of that kill department to bolster their experience further and allow an advantage to be had. For now, though, next seed will be bottom left. We'll put one of the teams in the advantage position, meaning they'll be near a Garden Terror phase, but still will need to collect that extra seed. Very much like the Cursed Hollow sort of advantage position you can be in with your curses. This is going to be, though, camp on the right-hand side grabbed by the side of ReGen Ghost, and we're 8 up on both sides. As always, let's cycle through the other numbers, and we will see how our third engagement, I don't know why I said first, will be taking place. It's not the biggest deal in the world. You could technically give it over, but having that advantage seed is really, really nice. Let's see right now. Wildcard gonna utilize that spin from Sonya, buying a little bit of time. Protection status from the Varian as they actually have that parry, Not even protection, there's no shield wall at level 10 yet. Wildcard being forced away. Looks like the Rainer gets the channel uninterrupted by the Greymane, who tried to Gilnean cocktail through the enemy team. And this will be 2-1 in our objective phase in favor of ReGen Ghost, with a Fish still sieging in through top lane on this Li Ming, trying to continue just to open things up and get some sort of advantage for the friendly team. As Greymane grabs a camp on the bottom left, we do have Sonya rotating into the lane as well. Varian is going to be that taunt as well, but the big question that I do pose to this Varian is, what is going to be your level 10? Is it going to be shield wall, or is it going to be that charge to be able to have the, I believe it's Warbringer, to be able to just have that charge value into the friendly members, or also the fact that you can almost Gatling gun charges. Like, it's like a 4-second cooldown. It's something insane when you actually go for that. But let's see what happens here as we are going to check out those talents. It is going to be Elite Sonya. Do want to note that. I will still stay on to my yelling about how everyone told me Leap's trash, and now look at this. Now it's the only thing that people are playing these days. It's the high priority. It's the hot commodity. It's just Leap Sonya every single day. I'm happy about it though. We just get to hear, whoa. Phase shift from the Brightwing onto this Rainer, as Captain Wedge is looking like they're going to be able to hold themselves on this point. Taunt goes out onto the Brightwing. Atlas looking to dump in some damage as well, but actually, throws out the Lurking Arm. I thought that was, I misread Atlas for a Fish, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not the right names. 10s on both sides. Rainer not picking a 10 yet. Could see Raider for sustained damage. Hyperion's a great tool to be able to just siege in extremely hard into the enemy team. Bless Shield comes out from the Joanna. Big pull comes in from Mongoose as well. He goes down, but a Fish is able, oh my god, I thought a Fish was going to get counter-killed right there. Less than 100 health on that Li Ming. Snipe goes out, though, from this Chromie, who doesn't go down. I can't believe it. The Greymane went to step in, but Dub gets the save from Andrew. A Fish is now blinking and rushing away, and the channel comes through. This will be Garden Terror over to the side of our red team. ReGen Ghost is going to be able to push in these waves. Sonya actually leashes the camp and won't go for that any further because they are so low on health. Need to hearth back, get full, and defend these lanes. Did you know that Key and Peele are in the first season of Fargo? Wait, really? I feel like I knew that, but I didn't, you know? Like, you say that, and I'm like, I feel like yes, but at the same time, I can't remember. Like, I watched the first season of Fargo, and I'm like, I think I remember them. Fun fact, Michael Key, I think is right? Or is it Keegan Michael Key? I think that's his full name. He went to the same high school as me. Just like, what is her name? Kristen Bell. She actually went to Shrine Catholic. So, of course, the high school rides off of those things. Like, when Key and Peele got big, they were like, oh my god, can you believe they went to our high school? And then I talked to some of the teachers, they were like, oh my god, everyone, like, the staff hated them because they were just absolutely obnoxious because they're comedians, and that's what they would, you know. They were improv comedians that were basically just utilizing high school as improv class. Like, yeah. I don't know about Kristen Bell, though. I think she was, like, a year or two. I think she, like, got out, or she graduated, like, a little bit before my brother was there or something like that. I can't remember. But, yeah. My high school's full of famous people. Maybe they'll talk about me like that one day. They're like, oh, my God, Bahamut. Awful student. Straight C's. Not really good in school. But, you know, look at him now. He's on the world stage of Here's the Storm Worlds. You know, I giggle at that, but at the same time, like, could you imagine, like, if Heroes of Storm, like, we had some sort of esports resurgence through, like, CCL, NGS, and all that stuff, and we legit actually get LANs again for Heroes? That's the dream. Like, if I could go to a Heroes LAN again, I think I'd be like, all right, I'm good. I'm happy with life. I'm good. I'm content. I just miss LANs. I miss LANs in general, but, yeah. Could you imagine Heroes of the Storm Worlds? Yeah, sure. All right, leaping from the Sonya is going to be engaging into this enemy team backline. There was a Poison Nova from the Zool. Flailing Swipe from Atlas will slowly disengage the enemy team, but the damage over time on Goliath is going to be a little too much, and that'll be a double kill for the side of ReGen Ghost, invading the camp, and going to be having a seed to spawn for them in just a second. I thought for a hot second that the overworld dimming that happens when you get the Garden Terror didn't actually undim, but I'm just absolutely crazy right now. Either way, the seed's actually gonna be left. We have Raynor coming in through bottom lane, Hyperion's up and available, Zool's showing in top lane, but doesn't really matter. It's only 3 members to defend through bottom, so keep front gate should go down here. What do you call a med student who graduated last in class? I have no idea. Surely Blizzard revives HOTS esports any moment now. Yeah. Don't worry, Blizzard, we got it. Don't worry, Blizzard. Heroes Hearth has it. We got it. I mean, we did it. We've done it so far so well, in my opinion. Knock on wood. Mongoose and friends trying to step into this. Nice flailing swipes out from Atlas once again. Disengages the enemy team from being able to step on this point. I think there was a little hesitation from Mongoose and Andrew. Might have been a missed call. Might have been one of those things like, I'm going to step up. Oh, I'm going to step up. And you didn't want both to go in. Doesn't matter. Aaron gets the channel on the right-hand side, and that will be 1-to-1 in our seeds. Going back, I wouldn't say in favor to ReGen Ghost, but I mean, that is kind of an advantage. You did just have a Garden Terror phase, finding 3 forts, some keep front gate, some keep damage as well. This is a lot of macro rotations that are really paying off for ReGen Ghost. I want to point this out as well. This is actually a really, really cool thing, and this is important as well. Look at what Mongoose is doing. Mongoose, you're a Joanna. You don't do a lot of damage. You can condemn, you can auto attack, you can do a bunch of stuff. But instead, since camp invades are really, really prominent on this map, utilizing the Joanna to anchor in the bush. That's what we call anchoring. You sit in the bush and you just wait. You're just a giant waiting for the enemy team to step in, and that's when you burn your abilities. So that way you're not burning condemn on the camp, and as the enemy team steps in, you have no condemn. I do this all the time. I am insanely guilty of this. Someone in chat actually even said I use my shield glare too much, and that's true. That's very true. I spam my abilities, and that is a big hindrance of me at my lower playstyle. It's cooldowns are cooldown management's difficult. Either way, 16 talent tier advantage over to the side of ReGen Ghost, and they will go for a free keep through top lane. Bottom lane is going to have the Greymane sieging, but since the members of ReGen Ghost could see so many members in the bottom lane, they're going to play to the advantage with this kill into the Varian wildcard, trying to make a play. Leaps back into the enemy team, locking Aaron down to tank more shots from the keep, but it wasn't enough to actually get a kill. A fish was not able to solidify any sort of extra damage in there as well, so it's going to be seed advantage to the side of ReGen Ghost with the kill through Varian. And this is going to be a lot of pressure against the side. Oh, wow, this is a little aggressive if a fish steps in here. Just goes in for 1 poke with the Arcane Orb. Okay, it was just poke. I thought a fish was stepping in because look how many time traps there are. Obviously, they can't see these on the side of Durotan's couch, but ReGen Retro has so... I don't know why I keep saying Retro. ReGen Ghost has so much vision and utility with the Adhoral Anomaly from level 4 on that Chromie. Technically level 2, however you want to split that hair. Anchoring, yes. Anchor harder, Jojo. Yes, yes. Doctor. Wait. What? Zul goes down in the invade onto the camp. Wildcard tries to leap away, actually. You can see it's on a 60-second cooldown. They tried to leap and got picked off just as the animation took off. So they're going to be down for the next 40 or so seconds. Another seed to spawn. This is it's 4 to 4. Zul, so bruiser for bruiser, realistically. But I would say the utility, you know what? The utilities from both are really good. Leap into the backline, or a Bone Prison, or a Poison Nova from Zul. Like, eesh, that was a pretty good trade. Nice bush party coming out from the side of Durotan's couch. Maybe trying to catch the enemy team in a rotation towards this seed. Just want to check on the visions. So Andrew sees this right now. I don't know. I think they probably saw the Brightwing dipping out right there. But it is going to be positional advantage so far for the side of Durotan's couch. Should be able to grab this. Good use of the pull of the minions so that a fish can get the channel. Looks like the Raynor comes in with the Hyperion. Will interrupt for now. Leeming dumped some damage backwards just before being polymorphed. Mongoose throws out the shield glare. Blessed shield will connect as well. Captain Wedge getting slowly chunked. Gonna try and charge to the friendly member with that Warbringer from level 10. Wildcard spears into the enemy team, buying a little bit of time. Another Warbringer goes out, but the snipe comes through from Chromie, and this will be another Garden Tear. This top lane Garden Tear spawns on the core. This is what I was talking about in the previous game. It spawns up as far as your minion wave, and their minion wave is top lane on the core. Granted, though, this is going to give Goliath and Wildcard some opportunity to clear out this top lane, not Punisher, Garden Tear. And it is going to start smacking. I wanted to say flailing and smacking at the same time. It is going to be able to deal some damage onto the core for now. The top lane does go down. Bottom lane chunking, getting chunked actually by the keep itself and the minion wave, but it's winning out against that keep in through the bottom lane. First bullet onto Mongoose. Goliath just auto-attacking from range, waiting for that Dark Flight moment. There's a lot of damage going out onto this Joanna lockdown from the virulent reaction on the Stukov, and Greymane played off of that really well, but the core is falling a little too rapidly. Garden Tears are not being dealt with. Aaron goes down, but the Garden Tears have the game. That'll be game number 1 over to the side of ReGen Ghost. GG, well played. Did you just now get the joke? No, I mean, I didn't read chat. I didn't read chat. Joanna should have anchored harder. Yeah. She actually anchored so hard she died at the end. Oh, KPB posted their chicken coop in my Discord. That looks awesome. I wonder what any reasoning for it to be blue? Is there like a specific reason it's blue, or is it just you wanted to paint it blue? I'm just curious. I wasn't sure if there's like any sort of like agricultural like tidbit know-how that you're just like, oh yes, you paint it blue because chickens don't peck at it or something. I don't know. Not consistently paying attention to is baby rage. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, you're good. You're good. It took me a second to actually like look back over at chat and like read the punchline for the joke, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, I need to make my new Bambi, not Bambi. I need to make my new Foxington sound alert. All right, let's take it back to Bandit Night, and my son picked the color. Oh, cool. Nice. It's a good color. That's actually like the blue color that I painted my bedroom back in Detroit. It's like kind of like an oceany blue a little bit. It's got like a little bit of deepness to it, if that makes any sense. All right, ReGen Ghost goes up 1 in our best of 3 series. What do you mean? What do you mean, huh, Foxington? You know exactly what the clip I'm gonna make is. It's this. It's this.
I'm not gonna stop eating pizza rolls. That's ridiculous. I'm not gonna stop eating pizza rolls. That's ridiculous.
It's just chef's kiss, just perfect. You gotta have a sound. You have to have a whole stream deck full of sound clips of your friends. There's a bunch of sound clips that I do want to grab, like off the internet and stuff like that. Alrighty, let's take a few moments and have a few sips of our beverage, and we can get into our next game. I mean, but Foxington, that is a good one, right? Am I, like, go in my head and come back out and tell me I'm wrong. Like, that one's just absolutely just chef's kiss perfect. We are going to head to Dragonshire for our next map. I'm going to get into this in just a moment. Someone, hold on. I was talking with Weenus today, and this is the sound clip that he sends me at the end of our conversation.
Blessing upon friends.
Oh, sorry, Automod. It's Weenus. If Weenus said it, I'm not surprised. If Weenus said it, not surprised whatsoever. All right.
This is great, so.
We have the map loading in, and we can get going in just a second, everybody. I have some Alex did ones that are really good, too. There's one that's like a 69-bit alert. Hold on, let's see. Can we get it to trigger? It triggered twice yesterday, and I hadn't heard it in forever. No, it's not going to trigger. Where is it? I'm just triggering bit alerts from yesterday. Where's the one from Weenus? Weenus gave us 69 bits, I swear, yesterday. Let's see if I can... I'm trying to get it to trigger.
Show me your golden hoop. Ooh, Will.
There you go. That's from when Dids and all of us got fed up with playing, what was it, Dead by Daylight? So we played a bunch of Fall Guys one day, and that was what he said literally as we were running, and I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a sound clip, Alex Dids. All right, I have farmed enough uptime. I'm sitting here just sipping on a beverage. Let's go ahead and let's get into another game, everybody. Are we ready to go? Are we ready for Durotan's Couch versus ReGen Ghost on Dragonshire? Let's go ahead and head on into our next game, and we will see if the members of Durotan's Couch can take us to a game number 3 on this left-hand side. Wildcard on the Dahaka, Goliath on the Greymane, Atlas playing the Tyrande. I don't know what's happening right there above our heads as we have Captain Wedge on the May, and a Fish will be playing the Mephisto. For the right-hand side, we have the members of ReGen Ghost trying to close things out in a 2-0 fashion. Dub is going to be on the Deathwing. Aaron, will be playing the Diva. Little Rock is going to be on the Tychus, Andrew on the Brightwing, and Mongoose anchoring on the Joanna once again. Let's get into mid lane, check out them level 1s. They changed the Fall Guys squad mode. Wait, what? Playing Fall Guys with y'all was so chaotic. I had a blast with it. I actually kind of want to play Fall Guys with a 4-stack again. That was really, really fun. Sipping on a beverage, did you need another one? Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, Harkin. Save your channel points, my friend. Might be worth running it down again. I would love to run it down again with you, Day. Hey, Amorin, how you doing, friend? I should pop in Fall Guys and see the new stuff. There's actually like a lot of new skins that are really adorable. I am going to bug you all about playing some Fall Guys at some point then. Because that would actually be a blast. I need to bug Day about doing Halo stuff. I have to figure out where to even play Halo from. But yeah, anyways, that's a conversation for another time. I can't believe that Amorin comes to my channel. I feel honored. What's going on with this, with the Tyrande? I keep seeing the owl floating above whenever she's mounted. Watch, just watch. When she mounts, there's like an owl that floats above. Atlas mount, thank you. Look at this. What is Blizzard? What's going on with your game? I'd follow some guys. Me too. 90% of my friends. Just all my friends are cuties. Like Alex Dids. Hello. Did y'all see that picture of Alex Dids on Twitter where he posted his just mane in the wind? Whew. I need a private Twitter account for stuff like that. Anyways, all right. Spirit of Artemis, Saloon watching over her. I guess it's just because typically, obviously, like people aren't supposed to be zoomed out this far in a game, so it kind of makes sense. It's probably just the skin. Either way, I'm sorry. We're missing a lot that's happening right now. ReGen Ghost is going to grab first Dragonite sub 2 minutes into the game. This Dragonite doesn't hit insanely hard, 378 into structures, but still, it's still chunking into structures. Probably as much as a Stukov, but actually with a decent auto attack rate. We actually don't have a Stukov in this game, so we can't compare auto attack damage, but I feel like Stukov wouldn't be far off from that actual damage themselves. Deathwing managing this bottom lane with the help of Andrew. We do have mid lane being pushed back. The Dragonite going to be down to 50%, 20-some seconds left on it as well. Dahaka and Diva battling out in top lane as we do have this camp pushing up in favor for the side of ReGen Ghost and that Diva. The owl, I can't get over the owl. I can't get over it. It's just so awkward. Greymane flanking into the D.Va. Wildcard will survive. D.Va gonna pop the Mecha Explosion. Gonna go ahead and pop a, oh no, I thought she actually went for the nuclear option at level 4 to be able to get the increased speed because she shot it with the big shot, but it might have just been to be able to maybe hit the Dahaka, who did Hearth out and brush stalks back in. Wildcard trying to set up a tongue drag. There's the CC necessary. Goliath could have the dive onto Aaron, who dives, oh, sidesteps towards the bush, phase shift in from the Brightwing. I would assume that Aaron was screaming right now, just like, help! And Andrew was like, I got you, I got you, I got you. Question for Brightwing players in chat. Can you hit Z and click on a portrait? Like if I wanted to Z to Joanna, do I have to, could I literally click on Z and click on the portrait and it will go to them? Or do I have to literally click on their actual character model? I don't know. I don't play enough Brightwing to test it. I probably should. But usually, I'm just curious, like, I feel like there's like mechanical little things you can do. Tyke is getting tongue dragged right now. Wildcard does pop their essence, and that'll be a bit of an overkill from the Tychus, the ability, I mean, trying to get a little extra damage, but that essence was a little too much from Dahaka, and they will survive, as they are that tissue regeneration-based Dahaka as well. I'm here for Baja OnlyFans. All right, okay. I will never unsub from the Baja OnlyFans. Look, we just gas each other. That's it. Like, the Baja OnlyFans is just us being nice to each other. That's all it is. And a lot of knees. A lot of knees. Just gonna scooch past you right there. Oh, oh God.
Another chance to prove yourself worthy. Do not swallow it.
God, the Midwest in chat. It's so funny though, because like Ope is not a thing where I live, so like I think the nice thing is my friends don't judge me for it, or they don't mock it or anything like that, but there's a lot of like little Midwest things that like I'll say stuff and my friends will look at me and I'm like, don't judge me, okay? Just let me be. What was it? There's actually just, I know we're a little tangent-y tonight, but there was a bunch of the like the neighbors' kids were playing like a card game one night when we were all like sitting around like a fire outside, and I turned and I was like, I knew exactly what the game was, because in Michigan we call it Egyptian rat screw, but apparently out west it's called Egyptian camel screw, I guess. It's interesting. It's the game where it's basically there's like matching cards, you have to slap it and then you get the pile of cards, and it's like reverse war in a sense. You want more cards. I think, right? I haven't played the game in ages. But anyways, we are approaching 10s. Let's go ahead and cycle through those numbers and try and focus on the game. I will do my best. Wildcard getting chased out in top lane. So much auto attack damage, but not enough to kill the dinosaur. I guess dinosaurs are too strong against guns. 10 Talonteers are just about to be through on both sides. It's actually, I wonder if we get a snap pick in a turn maybe, like a Blessed Shield comes out from Joanna. 10 Talonteer first though, hit by the side of Durotan's couch as Tychus backs off back into mid lane. Shadowstalk from the Tyrande actually. No Starfall from her, from zoning or even siege potential. Adaptation for the Dahaka, so looking like they just want to have more survivability, not going to be going into the isolation flank potential. Cataclysm, oh no, excuse me, it's Bellowing Roar for the Deathwing. It's actually that little icon just above. I thought we actually had the All Shall Burn from level 20 or for level 10, but no, it's going to be Bellowing Roar for the Horrify. The second Horrify added into Heroes of the Storm, it only took them like 2.5 years to add it in. I mean, like, Horrify is really unique to Gul'dan, but it's just like, it's such a cool status effect, and it's surprising that it took us this long to actually get it onto another hero. It does kind of fit very thematically with Deathwing, though, so I do give them that credit. If you are looking at, like, themes. I just think, like, Horrify is such a crazy, cool utility, and I wish we could see it on more heroes. Anyways. Joanna's able to pop the Iron Skin, able to back out. Andrew, I don't think, had to use the Soothing Mist. We can actually check that really quickly. I'm just interested myself. Yeah, Soothing Mist is up and available still. Deathwing drops back into bottom lane. Tyke is going to be holding over top. Actually, no, Tyke is going to be making the rotation into this top lane. Polymorph comes through. Micro Missiles. D.Va with the boost through. Wildcard, are they going to be able to pop the adaptation? Doesn't actually do so, and kind of meanders their way away from this team fight. Very well played from Wildcard in this pseudo 1v3. They're not really battling out, but they're trying their best to control this top lane. Mephisto does finish out the level 1 questing talent 7 minutes and 21 seconds in, that unyielding power, so they have the additional skull missile. They already had the additional 100 extra damage after the halfway mark, but the extra skull missile is going to be really, really beneficial into the later talents as well. It's a lot of synergy with some of the healing ability that you can get, as well as just the Furious Spark, I think is the name of the talent, that you shoot the missile and shoot the missile into the lightning nova and it explodes. I think that's the one. Shadow Priest can, to cast Fear would be nice. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Dinosaur versus Gun is a skill matchup. You are very right with that, Ektar. Gas and Knees sounds like the name of a team for your upcoming NGS team. I don't have an NGS team. Andrew gonna get picked off. Tychus got picked off as well. Tongue Drag from Wildcard will get the Diva mech. Aaron trying to back off right now gets picked off as well. Gonna be a triple kill over to the side of Durotan's couch, and that was, by the way, the first 3 kills of the game. That was first blood and then some. Wow, well played from the members of Durotan's couch, and it's looking like they're gonna grab second Dragonite of the game and get themselves some siege here in this game number 2, trying to breathe some life, see what I did right there, into this best of 3 series with this Dragonite 8 minutes into the game. Single target Fear would be really cool, much like Mind Control. Oh, that'd be so cool. You can make it a skill shot, and then you could, like, it'd almost be like Wailing Arrow. Like, picture a Wailing Arrow. Oh, but that's AoE. Because the one thing I'm trying to think with the whole Horrify factor is you have to place it to the far side of the hero. So how do you do that? And I feel like you could... It has to be like some sort of like cast in a spot, or you cast once and then trigger it a second time, and it only affects the nearest hero maybe to it. I don't know, that feels like a little cheesy now that I'm trying to like kind of armchair develop it. Either way, the second Dragonite of the game is going to find a little bit of siege through bottom lane. Brightwing is still in top lane. Dahaka is making their way into mid to continue to soak up that tissue regeneration from level 1. Already completed. The Wizened Duelist on Greymane at 19 stacks. It's capped at 30. It's a lot of early game stacks for this Greymane, able to, well, build up that value fairly quickly. And I believe it's auto attack increased damage, right? Oh, wait, Ice Wall, sorry. I heard the Ice Wall goes out into the Deathwing. Commandeer Odin to the far side of this engagement. Oh my god, just, if there was conflagration on that, that would have been faster kills, but either way, that's gonna be a triple kill answered back by the side of ReGen Ghost. Make it a quad kill. And all that survives is Dahaka, a lone dinosaur up against a fairy dragon. That was insane. I feel like Deathwing actually had, they were starting to go for the Molten Flame just as the Ice Wall came out. And so when the enemy team wanted to dive into the Deathwing post Ice Wall, there was this gigantic wave of fire that just met them at the end of that. That was so well played from ReGen Ghost to turn around that team fight, because it was insanely awkward. That was not going well for the side of ReGen Ghost. But they equalize. They equalize, and they're going to get a lot out of this as well. Going to be getting the Siege Giant Camp, going to be able to get themselves the bottom lane fort. Dragonite phase should be announced fairly soon. Everyone on the opposing side for Durotan's couch will be back up, so it's going to be even talent tier fights in just a moment. But the big thing to consider, as I said, is just going to be that equalization onto experience and the push value so far that was found from ReGen Ghost during this kill phase. Deathwing breath value for real.
Prepare yourselves, heroes. The shrines will soon be active again.
Having something like inverse mind control where the target moves directly away from the caster. Oh, that'd be cool, Ektar. But then, like, I feel like that's more of a, that'd be like a disengage tool, because because I feel like you want to like wombo off of it. Like when a Horrify comes out, you want to wombo into that one character that's pulled from it. Bellowing Roar comes out, I feel like you want to wombo into that split characters. So that's the only thing, is like same thing like with mind control. Like you wanna pull that one character in, much like a Valkyrie. So that's like the hard part about the Horrify status, and maybe that's the same. God dang it, sorry. Deathwing with the Harsh Moonlight from level 13 is so adorable, because he's actually like a semi-normal model size. God, just small Deathwing, it will always get me. Oh my god, tiny little Brightwing as well. Actually infinitesimal on the screen. Either way, we do have Dragonite available for the side of Durotan's couch once again, but no one is in the lane for this. Actually, Dahaka gonna brushstalk into mid, but is there a quick enough rotation from the Tychus? Yes, the quarterback at level 1. Gonna have that increased range, and Dahaka That was so close. Dahaka actually might have had the channel. I don't know if Diva, how quickly Diva got up there. Either way, phase shift comes in from the right wing onto Mongoose. Gonna blink towards the Tychus to avoid any sort of CC from the enemy team. Bless Shield goes backwards into Goliath and friends. This Tychus is still dumping in damage on the Commandeer Odin. Meanwhile, in top lane, we have Diva pushing into Wildcard, who just backs off, waiting for the wave to come into them on the Death Bridge. But this could potentially be a Dragonite over to the side of ReGen Ghost. We have Dub taking off on the Deathwing. Andrew might get caught out. Blinks towards the Tychus. Skill shot, single target, silence, and root. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Mephisto's going to be doing their best to turn things around with this damage. Gets the Diva mech, finds the Endurance of Hate lockdown into that mech as well, but no follow-up into the pilot form. Huge condemn out from Mongoose. There's going to be that Earth Shatter as well, and Conflagration value. Tychus with the snipe. Actually, Brightwing going to get the last hit on that one. This should be Dragonite over to the side of ReGen Ghost. What value they bring to the table is the big question. I thought Brightwing was the real Deathwing because of the model size for a second, or what? All right. You flank with it and directly away from the caster towards the team. The issue, though, is at that point, that person that's flanking into the enemy team needs to be able to then 1v4 essentially. Because if, I mean, not always, but my point is like, let's say you flank in, you get that single target push. All right, you still have an enemy team around you and you flanked in. So if you're an assassin, you're just going to get dove and blown up. So they have to have some sort of insane mobility, or, oh, you know, it'd be really cool, chat. Let's say you cast it and you can blink to a target or something like that. Like you can blink to target location or something. That'd be really, really cool. Anyways, Dragonite through bottom lane is going to open up the keep front gate. Diva boosting forward. Kick goes out onto the Mei. A fish is trying to dump out some damage on this Mephisto as the Shadow Stalk comes out from the Tyrande. Dragonite stepping towards keep through bottom lane. We are going to be seeing a Diva mecha explosion around the zone back the enemy team. Ice wall onto the back line, but it doesn't really set up anything. Dragonite not going to find the keep through bottom, but it actually still goes down to the slow damage over time provided on the ground by the Deathwing. Those lava bursts are really, really strong. Conflagration value, that's going to be that Molten Flame. Mei does go down. Endurance of Hate goes out. Connects on to one of the members of ReGen Ghost. Looks like it was the Brightwing. This might be an overextension through bottom lane. I know the keep is gone, but you are on the enemy side of the map. It's a little risky right now, and so the members of ReGen Ghost back off, going to grab themselves some camps, and look to continue to hold pressure. Now, this is going to be 20 talent tier advantage over the enemy team as well. That is something to consider here as we are going to continue into the later half of this game. Does ReGen Ghost look for an advantage with this 20 talent tier, or is it just going to be a little bit of them kind of controlling the map with this talent tier advantage? I feel like it's going to be the latter of the two statements, utilizing this to kind of puff out their chest and force the enemy team to just eat the waves that are being forced in by the side of ReGen Ghost. Mac, thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content. I hit that grenade, dubbing it. Making someone run away could be useful, then you engage in the number advantage. That actually, yeah, that could be a good one as well, Pet Wolves. Pet Wolverine, excuse me. Like Shove, yeah. I can't think of another ability that's like Silent plus Root. The closest would be Respect Your Elders, but that's a Cone plus Sleep, or Cone plus Silence. That's true. Or it could be like Cocoon or Containment Disc where you use your Heroic to temporarily 5v4 the fight. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. You basically just like take them out. Like they're horrified, so they're basically just maybe they don't have to move away, but you just lose control of your character and you just stand still for X seconds. That could be it as well. It could be that mental mental horrify to basically scare someone into standing still. That'd be actually really cool. Like I like that, Ektar. I think that'd be the way that I'd like to see it. If they were to utilize another sort of horrify status effect, I feel like that'd be a cool way where you almost like freeze the player in place and you make it a skill shot so that way you step past them, set up a kill, or you step past them into the team fight. That could be really cool. That'd be actually really cool. I'd love to see something like that. I know all the Blizzard developers, they just sit in my channel, so there you go. You're getting free content, everybody. or Blizzard developers. Another invade onto this camp, but this time it will yield a kill into the Joanna. No conflagration to just turn this fight around this time. I guess Molten Flame, realistically. We always talk about conflagration value because of just how much damage it deals to the enemy team. And you also have sustained damage on that as well because you burn additionally. I can't tell you how many times I've actually died to just that burn value towards the end, because it's, you tick for like 400 and something, no, excuse me, you tick for 228 damage over 4 seconds. That's still like, that's a lot of damage. Like as an assassin player, like let's say you're a Hanzo or a Li Ming, like that's probably what, like a quarter of your health? No, I'm just kidding. Probably more like an eighth of your health or something like that. But in the end, it is going to be a bit of a back and forth right now. 5 to 9 in kills. We are seeing 20 to 22 in our levels. Potential Dragonite to the side of ReGen Ghost, but no Joanna for 14 seconds. So we have Greymane into top lane. This is 4v4 per se in mid lane. There's a lot of turnaround into this Mei who pops the Cryo Freeze. Captain Wedge getting very low. There's that damage, that burn that we were talking about. Captain Wedge, though, will get some healing out from the Tyrande to mitigate that burn over time. Greymane mounting up, should be able to join into the team fight. Ice Wall comes out, locking down the Deathwing. Joanna coming into this team fight. Greymane does have Curse Bullet off a cooldown, could look to chunk into this Deathwing, find themselves a little extra damage and maybe turn the fight. But right now, it seems like ReGen Ghost wants to step in. Bit of a knockback, bit of miscommunication with that Blessed Shield, but it doesn't matter. The slows from the subdue value coming in to set up that kill into the Mei with the Cataclysm out from Deathwing. Goliath getting very low here. Mongoose trying to chase in. Deathwing does go down to the Mephisto as the triple stun will connect. Bottom lane, we are going to have catapults coming through, and this is going to be... Oh, they cleared out the catapults too quickly, that's why. 708 damage to structures as Joanna will be able to grab the Dragonite. 40 seconds on Mei, 46 on Deathwing. Deathwing technically can enter into the team fight a lot faster, but this will be Dragonite through mid. Deathwing can actually fly out through the core and kind of drop down. Now, granted, there is that little bit of like, what, 8 seconds before you can drop down. So there's a little bit of a slow with that, but he can kind of jump from core to the enemy core with that as they do spawn. We'll have to see if that's going to be the case. Demonology Warlock, please. Succubus for Charm, Fellhound with some CC, in for... Oh, Amorin. I like that. Dragonite, not going to end here, actually. Going to be looking for the mid lane keep, but it's not going to be able to take that down. Big red button on the Tychus from that level 20 going out every so often as well. Will provide some decent siege value, also some decent damage into the enemy team, as it does have that splash onto the ground. You did see one of those... meteorites from Deathwing as they did go into the Skyfall at level 7, so you know that Deathwing's up in the sky, ready to drop down and engage with the friendly team. There's going to be that drop down, as we mentioned beforehand, and can the members of ReGen Ghost find something into this? Mephisto uses that Shade of Mephisto to jump in. Ice Wall goes out, connects on to the Tychus. Blizzard underneath that. Durance of Hate is interrupted by the Blessed Shield, so 10 seconds on that Durance of Hate. Wildcard steps into the enemy team, gonna eat a bunch of damage. Pops the Isolation, not the Isolation, pops the Adaptation as well. Gonna heal up a ton from that one as a fish tries to dump in damage on this Mephisto. Not able to find a kill, and the chase continues out. Wildcard actually brush-talking into the enemy team. Durance of Hate goes out, won't connect. There was the blink heal from Andrew to actually dodge the tongue drag from the Dahaka. Wildcard getting a little... Actually, no, Wildcard's fine right here. Goliath's the one who's getting low. A fish low as well. No snipe from the grenade this time. Great tongue drag from Wildcard. Will set up the kill into Tychus, and this is going to be ReGen Ghost backing off. Maybe losing a structure or two, as death timers are quite long, chat. Speaking of Amazon, anyone gonna give me a Diablo 2 Resurrected key for Friday? Any alphas out there? Any free alphas? No one at Blizzard likes me, so I can't go bug them. Oh god. Camp to be grabbed for bottom lane. Dahaka will be managing out through top. We're getting into late game here. It's 7 to 10 in kills. Catapults are really going to start hitting for quite a bit. I want to just see 428. That's 856 in catapult damage into structures. Whew. Good setup right now for the side of ReGen Ghost through bottom lane for a win condition. Though I think there's a little bit of equalization coming out from Durotan's couch. They're trying to kind of match the pressure through bottom with the waves that they're putting in. Sorry, I was watching Deathwing. I was also looking at the minimap and just trying to figure out what the game plan is from Durotan's couch. Brushstock's up and available for the Dahaka. Actually has Apex Predator at level 20, so has that cooldown reduction. So this is going to be a 25-second cooldown, if I'm not mistaken, on Brushstock, as it does have a 75-second baseline, and you're reducing it by 50 seconds. You also have a... you reduce the cast time as well, so it's much like Epic Mount for Falstead. Though I do believe Epic Mount only reduces by 45, so you still have like a 30-second cooldown onto flight. But you do have a faster animation when it comes into flying. Now Dahaka could Brushstock into mid, but I think the members of Durotan's couch know that the enemy team is here, so it's going to be a brawl through mid lane. Checking the bush with Cursed Bullet. Goliath just on point, connecting into Mongoose right there. Wildcard may be considering the sneak onto this Dragonite. There's going to be the Ice Wall coming out. D.Va will bop Wildcard once. There's going to be a Endurance of Hate out onto the Joanna. She goes down. The members of Durotan's couch finding one kill, looking at Aaron as well, but won't be able to find the kill. No one going into the Dragonite just yet. I think there might be a little miscommunication as to who should jump in. I think Atlas was considering it, but Greymane was like, no, we need you for probably heals. Bottom lane should be the target to equalize the consistent catapult pressure through bottom against themselves on the side of Durotan's couch. Like, that's what I'd be doing. Captain Wedge eating a lot of damage right now. Does have the upgrade on Ice Wall, which I believe is the Shatter. Gonna have the armor reduction out from that one, so catching the Joanna in that and then finding the burst was a lot easier for the side of Durotan's couch. Also, you have the Endurance of Hate upgrade, the Unspeakable Horror, so you also have the Root. Then you have a Silence after the Root expires. That's a big tool as well, just to mitigate any sort of disengage from like a Tychus or maybe an Iron Skin from a Joanna. Ice Wall comes out from the Mei, mostly zones back the enemy team. Dragonite confirming keep through bottom lane. Can the members of Durotan's couch end right here? Joanna up in 5 seconds. Let's pull away the talents and see if this will take us to a game number 3. Dragonite actually backing off? What's the Dragonite hit for right now? Dragonite's slapping for 1,152 into structures. Okay. All right. That's going to be that. I was expecting Dragonite to try and potentially end right there, but no, not the case. Joanna comes back and we have a disengage. Who face checks a bush with a Cursed Bullet? Honestly. I mean, it's better than face checking the bush with your face. It's a 30-second cooldown, not the biggest deal. You don't usually see a Joanna pop like a balloon. In this case, apparently we did. In this case, we definitely did. You took 3,796 damage in 0.9 seconds. Dear Lord, Mongoose, they wanted you dead. That's a little more than an Abathur slap. Just a little bit more, Jimmy. Just a little bit more. Alrighty, let's see. 24 up on both sides, 25 minutes into this Dragonshire map, and can the small D.Va doesn't just Harsh Moonlight will never not get me. It's just seeing the character models reduced in size will always be adorable to me. We'll see. It's seriously, it's anyone's game right now. There's a win condition through bottom lane for the side of Durotan's couch, but the same can be said through bottom or mid on the side of ReGen Ghost. Bottom lane will be seeing the Bruiser camp grabbed by the side of Durotan's couch, scouting out. All right, so they do know that the enemy team was grabbing their own Bruiser camp. Dahaka anchoring in the bush in between. Let's jump onto the opposing side vision so we can actually get an idea of what everyone's setting up. All right. I was waiting to see if there was any sort of like what's the word I'm looking for? Gank in the rotation, potentially, but no, Mongoose and friends are playing kind of safe, even in their own rotations, not really stepping into these bush areas too much outside of, you know, this quick corridor to rotate. Even then, the Joanna kind of anchored and face-checked that. Quite a few members of the enemy team are showing through top lane. Another Sentinel comes out from the Tyrande to scout out. There's some pings coming out. Captain Wedge won't be targeted by Mongoose. Heroics are all off a cooldown. Like, you can tell that both these teams know that the win condition is the next team fight. Like in my opinion, the next team fight, if you find 1 to 2 kills, you rush through bottom and end game on either side. Iron Skin popped. Ice Wall connecting on to 3 members, it looks like. There's going to be Endurance of Fate that does go out. Will spread out to maybe someone else. No, it's just going to be to the Joanna, who does go down. 1 snap kill onto the Joanna, and the members of Durotan's Couch back off. Maybe looking for Dragonite to end. Dahaka brush stalks into bottom lane. Aaron doesn't actually step in. Oh, it does have the boost in, so stalls things out for now. Top lane still has a team fight breaking out. We do have Greymane rotating up here. Andrew, a little split from the friendly side, is able to blink over to the over to the Tychus. Deathwing dumping in damage. Wizened Duel, is finished out by the Greymane. Those are actually potential stacks lost off of Death as the Mephisto steps into the flames of the Deathwing. A lot of damage out. Greymane goes down. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Catapults have arrived at core, and these are slapping for 1,136. These are hitting for just as hard as that last Dragonite, and there's 2 of them. So they are slapping quite hard. Look at this. What was that? 5% per auto from a catapult? Dear Lord. Tychus has the top lane back in control. Chase goes out onto Wildcard, who does pop the adaptation, but the micro missiles will confirm the kill before the adaptation is utilized. Boost in from the Diva onto Atlas. Captain Wedge trying to jump in here as well, trying to get some damage into Andrew, but there will be a Earth Shatter. No Molten Flame to get some burn onto Captain Wedge, but the micro missiles continuing to keep Wedge in a bit of a low health area. The Dragonite grabbed by the side of ReGen Ghost, and the members of ReGen Ghost are starting to step to core. Shielding has come back, but this Dragonite, this late game Dragonite, ladies and gentlemen, it is hitting hard. We are hitting for 1,503. The members of Durotan's Couch are all going to be wiped in the end, and that will be game going over to the side of ReGen Ghost in a 2-0 fashion. GG. Well played. All right, let's push some buttons. What a game. Whew.